Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an organization reminds people who plan to shoot some fireworks about the impact they can have on our veterans. And a local animal shelter gives some tips to pet owners on how to keep their furry friends free of stress during the 4th of July celebrations.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
All right, 6:01 now on this Thursday morning. I'm Dakota Makeris, and I just yawned before I came up on camera. So about to hit a wall here, folks. Let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast this morning. And Brandon, look at you over there just busy and minding your own business.
Multitasking.
You are. You've been over there working so hard. I've over here just been talking to everyone else and not helping you or asking you if you need help.
Listen, I'm used to this.
Yeah.
not the you not helping part. I'm used to working kind of quickly during.
Well, I don't have a laptop over here, so I really can't do much.
But yeah, there's quite a few things that go on behind the scenes that most people don't realize we do during the newscast. But anyway, let's talk about your weather forecast. We're talking about the camera network this morning up at Mountain Parkway near the Wolf Pound County line at Slade. So we're continuing to watch that, and it's not looking too bad so far out there this morning. Not too bad temperature-wise as well. Dew points are still fairly low, so it's not soupy or air you can wear just yet. 61 Logan, 66 Jackson, 59 here in Hazard, 56 Irvin, 55 now Clintwood. They're fighting it out between Irvin and Clintwood, who's going to be the coldest this morning, but it's Clintwood right now. 65 in London, 62 in Harlan, and Middlesboro's at 63, along with Jonesville and Wise, 64 Williamsburg and Pikeville this morning as well. 68 Lexington and Louisville, 77 down in Nashville this morning, 56 across the river in Cincinnati. 92 is our forecast high. Our average high is 85, but this is going to be our hottest day in the next 7, and we're not even going to get close to a record there. I'm telling you, 2012 was a hot summer. I remember that. I was working that week when all these records started falling there, and I don't think we're going to get even close. 103 the record back on this day in 2012. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell talked about several hot-button issues at a Hazard Perry County Chamber of Commerce luncheon yesterday at Hazard Community and Technical College. We stopped by to hear his thoughts on those key issues. Senator Mitch McConnell touched on a variety of topics impacting the nation. He talked about the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, which allowed abortions in the country. Once the Supreme Court overturned it, Kentucky's trigger law took effect, essentially banning all abortions in the state unless a pregnancy threatens the mother's life. The ACLU and Planned Parenthood filed a lawsuit challenging Kentucky's trigger law.
I do approve of the Supreme Court decision. I think they did the right thing in returning this issue to the people's elected representatives all over the country.
He talked about a divided government, saying he disagrees with the Biden administration on many issues, but he says he is not in favor of fighting.
If you're a football fan, think of it this way. Look for issues within the 40-yard lines that you can actually agree on and make some progress for the country. Make some progress for the country if you can. Now, I've participated in a couple of things already.
The senator agrees with the Biden administration in helping Ukraine win its war against Russia. He called the war, quote, pure evil on display, end quote. However, he says he believes America should not enforce a solution with Ukrainians that they do not want to live with. He visited the country in May.
And in the meantime, I think our goal ought to be to send President Zelensky anything that will shoot. Anything that will shoot that they think will help them.
He also says increasing interest rates to fight inflation could likely cause the economy to slow down. Well, we asked the senator for his thoughts about the January 6th committee hearings. He says he will delay comments on the hearings until they are over. Well, a World War II veteran with ties to Kentucky has died. Woody Williams died around 3 o'clock Wednesday morning. Well, the West Virginia native was known for setting up monuments to Gold Star families. Well, there are 8 finished monuments here in Kentucky and 3 more in progress. Williams was a Marine who fought in the Battle of Iwo Jima. Well, he was said to be the last living World War II Medal of Honor recipient. Williams was 98 years old. Well, June is PTSD Awareness Month, and days ahead of 4th of July, the founder of the Veterans Club is reminding people about the impact fireworks can have on veterans. Jeremy Harrell says the sudden and loud noises from fireworks can trigger PTSD for veterans, taking them back to combat. Harrell says people celebrating the 4th should respect local ordinances. He also says veterans can use headphones or watch a movie to tune out the fireworks, but he encourages veterans to still find ways to celebrate Independence Day.
Well, even the ones that kind of struggle with those sounds, to get out and enjoy it. I know that for a lot of people, when they can actually see that it's a firework, it's much different than if they're sitting on the couch watching a TV show and then all of a sudden they hear pops and bangs.
Well, he says the Veterans Club will also be available to help anyone struggling during the holiday weekend. Fireworks could also be a problem for your family pets. Dr. William Hagens at Town and Country Animal Clinic says the 4th of July is the most common time for pets to run away because they get spooked by noise or fireworks. Well, he says in order to keep your pets free from stress this weekend, you should put them in a quiet and comfortable space away from windows.
So it's very important to, one, make sure that if they're in any enclosure, that those enclosures are secure. That, two, if you know that they have these type of phobias, that they're medicated and you have everything that you need at home. Because once these phobias are triggered, it's harder to get them under control.
Well, if you choose to medicate your pets, they should be examined by a veterinarian to see which medication is right for them. Every 4th of July, you expect to hear a boom, but this year isn't necessarily the fireworks booming, it's the prices. Inflation will impact how you celebrate the holiday as prices on meats and fireworks have shot up sky high. Phil Pendleton and photojournalist Darnielle Crenshaw show us how much more you could pay this 4th compared to last year.
Occasionally I'll get, why is it so high? I can't buy that. And then turn around and walk away from the counter,
Nick Odie is the meat department manager for Critchfield Meats.
Certain things have gone up a good bit, mostly chicken.
Odie says around this time last year, chicken breast was about $5 a pound. This holiday season, it's doubled. A report from the American Farm Bureau Federation indicates Americans will pay $10 more for an average cookout this year compared to last year. But high prices aren't slowing demand.
Oh, I've got a stack of orders back there, an inch thick.
It's a rocket ship.
Are you gonna fly it?
I'm not going to fly it.
Georgetown 4-year-old Easton Morrow and his parents are getting ready for the 4th.
It was high last year, so I can't even imagine how it is now.
Most of our prices have almost doubled.
Jerry Pelfrey Fireworks has been in business for 50 years. Shipping costs from China have skyrocketed prices.
Prices have never really been this high.
For example, Roman candles are $10.
I say we're about, at least $4 to $5 higher.
I just found them on their side.
But good news for Easton. His mom, Kayla, works at a hospital, and all healthcare workers who come to this fireworks stand get half off.
Since you're getting 50% off, you might as well go big, in my opinion.
$369.50.
I feel like it's a really good deal because it would have been twice that.
Inflation is here, but demand for certain items on the 4th doesn't seem to be going away.
That was Phil Pendleton reporting, and if you want to find out the time and date for your 4th of July events near you, you can find a list of celebrations over on WYMT.com. Well, we are once again partnering with the Kentucky Blood Center to host a blood drive this Friday. It will be held outside the station here in Hazard from 3 to 7 p.m. Donors will be entered to win a new 2022 Toyota RAV4 and an all-inclusive Jamaican vacation for two.
.609 here on this Thursday morning. I had to think about there for a second. Friday Eve, we're seeing temperatures that are fairly decent out there this morning. 50s and 60s across the board. No major issues. I do believe 68 in Moorhead is one of our warm spots this morning. Let's go over to the temperature graph. There we go. 68 Moorhead, 66 Jackson, 65 in London, 66 also in Jacksboro, but 56 dueling temperatures there again in Irvin and in Clintwood. 57 Wayne, 59 here in Hazard this morning. 92 this afternoon. Can't rule out a straight chance for a passing shower or storm in the heat of the day, but mainly sun and clouds today. And then as we look at the headlines for the next few days, we heat right back up today, and that continues through the weekend. It'll be a stormy holiday weekend, and then a summertime pattern, which means hot temperatures and daily rain chances takes back over for most of next week. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, coming up here on Mountain News this morning, a new Supreme Court justice prepares to be sworn in, making history in the process. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.